Okay guys, sorry for my crappy videos, but in this video I'm going to attempt to explain the concept of how acids react with water. Also hopefully this will help you understand what a proton is. Okay, so I'm doing the first one in your homework 15. I can't remember what the question is. But anyways, you have HF, which is hydrofluoric acid, and you want to determine what the reaction will be with water. Okay. One important thing to understand of acids is that acids have hydrogens that they can donate. By definition, acids are proton donors and bases are proton acceptors. Okay, so let's look at HF here. Okay, so the hydrogen, we call it a proton when we're doing acid-base chemistry. The reason for that is if we split this into its respective ions, we have H+, right? So a proton is just a positive charge. So the H+ would be a proton. And so when we're doing acid-base chemistry, we are donating that hydrogen. Okay, again, going back to the definition that an acid is a proton donor. So if the acid is the proton donor, then the base, or in this case water acts as the base, is the proton acceptor. So what's going to happen, HF is going to give its hydrogen, and H2O is going to accept it. Okay. So remember, the hydrogen, what's the charge of a hydrogen? It's positive. So that means we're losing a positive charge. So that means that this has to be negative. Okay. So we would get a negative F minus, and because this gained a positive H hydrogen atom, then this is going to be H3O plus, because it gained that positive charge. Okay, so I'm just going to do it again. So the acid donates the hydrogen ion, which we call a proton. The base accepts that hydrogen ion, and so the acid now doesn't have that hydrogen ion, and because it lost a positive charge, it becomes a negative, while the water gained not only a hydrogen, but it also gained that plus. That's what's that's why it's H3O plus. I hope that makes sense. Oh, also, and you're gonna need this for your next part. So if the K is greater than 1, that means we're favoring products, right? The term favor products means that we are creating more products. So if something is a strong proton donor, it's going to make a lot of product, right? So if we have a strong proton donor, that means that we're going to make a lot of products, so the K is greater than 1, and the reverse is correct as well. If we have a terrible proton donor, the reaction, the K is going to be less than 1, so we're not going to make that much product. When K is greater than 1 is what we call a strong acid, and when K is less than 1 is what we call the weak acid. I hope this makes sense.